He was just a child when I sentenced him, but I treated him like he was a full-grown adult.
It stemmed from the decisions made here on McCree Avenue on December 12, 1995. 16-year-old Bobby Bostic and 18-year-old Donald Hudson robbed a group delivering Christmas presents to the needy at gunpoint. Then they carjacked a woman.
Bobby to me came across as a little sociopathic, psychotic person.
Which is why Judge Evelyn Baker stacked all 17 of the sentences, dooming Bostic to 241 years behind bars. Asked today whether she regrets the sentence, the answer is complicated.
The no part is that I think the sentence was a smack upside his head that he needed. The yes part is that he doesn't need that smack anymore.
But after 25 years, earning several degrees behind bars, Judge Baker thinks Bostic should have a chance for parole. Right now, that chance wouldn't come until the year 2201, and that is the injustice Republican Nick Schroer hopes to change.
241 years is unheard of, and back then it was unheard of. Individuals that were guilty of murder and took a plea deal are out on the streets and recommitting crimes. This is a gentleman who's been rehabilitated.
He's hopeful Governor Mike Parson will grant clemency for Bobby Bostic, who Schroer has visited in prison. But if not, a bipartisan bill he's filed could grant Bostic and other criminals convicted at a young age the chance for freedom.
This goes without saying that this is a common sense issue when you have Republicans and Democrats from all over the state getting on board to request that this man's liberty be granted back to him where he can be a productive member of society once again.
There's no stopping Maya Moore. 4 WNBA titles, 2 Olympic golds, dubbed the greatest winner in the history of the women's game.
My urge is to go find a ball.
But now she's putting down the ball indefinitely, stepping away to answer another call.
Was it hard to walk away? It's hard, but when your convictions are moving you to a place that you know is right, it makes it a little less hard.
That new place, fighting what she calls wrongful convictions.
This call is from a correctional facility.
On the line, Jonathan Irons. Arrested at 16, he was sentenced to 50 years for a non-fatal shooting. He's entering year 23.
I'm not guilty of this.
The more Maya investigated his case, the more she agreed.
There was no physical evidence, no DNA, footprint, fingerprint. That began a journey for me of having my eyes open to, oh my gosh, people are in prison who shouldn't be there.
So Maya shifted her game, now focusing on things that matter most to her, like freeing Jonathan.
She's at the top of the mountain and taking a break to help me. That's so encouraging.
We're almost at 40,000 signatures.
What?
When I give Jonathan a voice, so many other people get a voice.
And perhaps another shot at life. Blaine Alexander, NBC News, Atlanta.
A racist conspiracy. That's the accusation in a new federal civil rights lawsuit filed by St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner. Good evening. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. Thanks for joining us. Gardner's blaming the city and the Police Officers Association for what she calls a racist conspiracy to stop her from doing her job. 5 on your side's Jenna Barnes is breaking down the lawsuit and reaction to it. She's live downtown. Jenna?
Yeah, Mike, the circuit attorney says she was elected on a platform of criminal justice reform. And in this lawsuit, she accuses the city, the Police Officers Association, and others of illegal and racist efforts to block that reform. The city's first African-American circuit attorney says she was elected to remedy racial inequality and rebuild trust in the criminal justice system. But in this federal civil rights lawsuit filed Monday, Kim Gardner accuses the city, the St. Louis Police Officers Association, and others of a campaign to stop her. Allegations the defendants deny.
This is just the last act of a desperate woman, I think.
Jeff Rorda is personally named in the lawsuit. He's the business manager for the St. Louis Police Officers Association. And he says Gardner is suing to distract from the problems in her own office.
When she got elected to office, she decided that she wanted to persecute cops instead of prosecuting criminals.
The lawsuit accuses the Police Officers Association of going out of its way to support white officers accused of excessive force against African Americans. It draws attention to several officers outed by the Plainview Project last year for posting racist content on social media. 2 of the officers were fired. And the lawsuit says when Gardner proposed independent investigations into officer-involved shootings, the idea was killed in a Board of Aldermen committee because the Police Officers Association was against it. The police department's own Force Investigative Unit is responsible for investigating officer-involved shootings.
We're the ones trying to make St. Louis a better place for people of color and for every citizen. And Kim Gardner's been an impediment to that.
A spokesman for Mayor Krewson tells 5 on Your Side in a statement the city vehemently denies what it considers to be meritless allegations in this lawsuit, and the city expects to be vindicated in court. Live downtown, Jenna Barnes, 5 on Your Side.